All right, let's talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer season 4, episode 5, Beer Bad, and Angel episode 5, Room with a View. Some things to say, so let's get into it. The title of this episode being Beer Bad should have been my first indication of what kind of episode was in store for me. However, I was still kind of shocked by how disinterested I was. Sorry, this is one of the first Buffy episodes I can recall where I struggled to stay focused on what was happening because I just could not care less. I couldn't. I just. Like, the caveman stuff, I just felt was stupid. I get the point they were trying to make. It just didn't land for me. I didn't like seeing Buffy act like that for that long. It was annoying. I just found it annoying, mostly. However, I'll go over a few things that are relevant from this episode. Number one, drop Parker's ass, girl. He is not worth it. What the hell? Stop dwelling on this man. I get for her age that makes sense, but as someone who is, again, like a decade older than her, please, you're better than this. He's not worth your time. I said Xander being an underaged bartender. This should go well, which, it did. I wrote, there's something really unfortunate in my notes here, deeply, deeply unfortunate that I can't believe I'm admitting to you all, the general public, but I'm going to say it anyways. Unfortunately, Xander and the bartender look was kind of doing it for me. I'm sorry. It was a lapse. It was a lapse in judgment. Like, I don't know what to say. It kind of works for him. Anyways, moving on. I thought Willow was a real one for addressing Parker the way she did. Yeah, that's a real good friend. Exactly. He's a piece of shit. I hate Parker so much. Anyways, I loved though that she played along and then she's like, how gullible do you think I am? Period. I fucking love Willow. Yes. Anyways, Caveman Buffy does got moves though. For sure she does. I loved her clobbering Parker multiple times. Like, it is what he deserved. So there are some good parts of this episode. I just didn't like the middle part very much. Okay, so now moving on to Angel, Room with a View, but spelled weird. This is like the Cordelia episode, which I enjoyed. Her just inviting herself over while Angel drips wet shirtless from the shower. I was like, yeah, for sure. Like, I don't think they're going to do this, but if they make Cordelia and Angel romantically involved, you're going to be hearing from me. I mean, you're going to be hearing from me anyway, but you're really going to be hearing from me. Negative. Apartment hunting in LA being this hard is so real, even though this took place like 30 years ago. Yeah, it's incredibly real. As someone who lives in LA, the face in the wall, hated that. Cordelia, like, being like, this apartment is too good. Like, it's haunted as fuck. Yeah. I did write, this is a fuck ass episode of Supernatural, TBH. It kind of is. Like, obviously Buffy came first, blah, blah, blah. You guys make sure I know that every 5 seconds. But like, again, as someone who watched Supernatural first, like, this reminds me of some episodes I've seen of Supernatural. Again, it's not a fucking diss. It's a compliment. I like both shows, so get out of my butt. Thank you. Anyways, sorry. Woo, got a little worked up there for a second. Calling a woman in her late 50s a little old lady is crazy work. A little old lady? She's in her 50s. This is a different time. I don't know what to say. Hanging Cordelia, also insane. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna annoy you all so many times in this video. I said Sam and Dean would have had this handled. They would have had this handled. Like, it was literally me and my bestie Patricia who were watching this. Again, OG Supernatural fans, the two of us. We're watching them trying to handle this, like, haunting, and they did not know what to do. They were running around like chickens with their heads cut off. It was really embarrassing for them. I was like, okay. The sun ghost annihilating the mom ghost. Wild. And I love how it ends with Cordelia being like chill in her apartment with this ghost guy hanging around. She's just like, they've just like reached a compromise, and I think that's funny. So it was like a good episode. I enjoyed it. Honestly, I enjoyed this episode of Angel more than I enjoyed the previous episode of Buffy. So